Hello flatties and globe defenders, it's Critical Thing from Down Under, and after I served up Antonio Subirats a lesson on horizon drop, he's had a few things to say, but obviously it's mostly ridiculous stuff, so I'll take a bit of a look at that now.
Now Antonio has appropriately named his video Superluminous Stupidity. I have to agree with him there. This video does display a stupidity level that is appropriately described as superluminous. First of all, let's reiterate that Antonio proposed an experiment that he has not done himself, and then he berated Globies for talking too much instead of experimenting. So I did his experiment to his specification, and by his criteria, the experiment demonstrated the globe. And what does he do in response? Do you think he would admit his experiment worked? Do you think he would try to do the experiment himself to see if the results could be duplicated? No! Instead, he makes a video talking about stuff, irrelevant stuff, and makes some elementary mistakes. Antonio just didn't think when he made this video. Oh, if only he had done some thinking beforehand, he would not come out looking so stupid. But what can you do? This is what flat earthers do. First of all, Antonio decides to focus on the fact that I have used cardboard tube and sticky tape. Let's have a look at that.
He has a spiral level on top of this cardboard tube, not a PVC tube, you know, a more rigid, longer tube. No, a cardboard tube. And he has sellotaped it. You see here, this sellotape. Can you imagine being somebody that receives a Christmas gift from this dude?
Do you notice that at no time he discusses why the cardboard tube or sticky tape would have any effect on the outcome of the experiment? And folks, I have to ask, exactly how are my Christmas wrapping skills a contributing factor in the shape of the planet? The thing this goes to show is how simple it is to show the Earth is a globe. Armed with a 4-foot level, a cardboard tube, a couple of tripods and some sticky tape, I was able to knock this together in a few minutes in a very public place and demonstrate the globe, just like that. How hard was that? Anyone can do it.
Now, this is showing the sky. Okay, we can see there in this slightly angled down camera, okay, because the other end of the tube is higher than the nearest end of the tube. The camera is pretty much at eye level, horizontal. So we can see that it's angled up by the interior of the tube. We can see that that area is higher than this area. Okay, let me see.
First off, notice here how the tube is pointing up into the sky. Well, according to him, this demonstrates the globe. Well, then he goes on explaining the angle of the camera in this particular frame grab, which is pretty stupid, because if you watch my video, you'll know that the camera was handheld and it was moving around to make sure the right angle was covered for viewing straight down the level and straight down the tube. If he'd thought just a little bit about it, he would grab a frame where the camera was straight down the tube and he wouldn't look so stupid.
This horizon is at 1 degree drop.
What? 1 degree? You gotta be kidding me. Where the heck did you pluck that one from, Antonio?
Anybody who has a level can replicate this. Just get a level, misalign the drop like this, and see what the difference is between horizontal and that level. You'll find that it's 1 degree. You'll find that it's 1 degree. You'll find that it's 1 degree.
Oh my goodness, this is such a monumental cock up. I mean, 1 degree. I mean, you've just plucked that out of you know where. And now Antonio bases his whole rest of his video on this fictitious 1 degree. He thinks he can measure the 1 degree by looking at the bubble and go, yep, looks about 1 degree to me. It's just the same way he works out the earth is flat. He looks out and he goes, yep, looks flat to me. So here, Antonio, is how you do real science. If you want to measure something, you use a piece of equipment. Not just look at it and say, yep, it looks like 1 degree. Well, there's not much point in continuing. The rest of the video assumes this ridiculous 1 degree, and so it's all pretty stupid from here on in. And there is one other mistake I'd like to point out, and that's he can't even get the height of the observation correct. Now, the focal height of the lighthouse is 118 meters, and that's not the point at the base of the lighthouse. So the guesstimate for the height of the observation is actually 97 meters. So you're out by, what's that, 20 meters there, Antonio? Oh, you know, you just don't think. You just don't think to get it right. But anyway, and guess what? The horizon drop expected at 97 meters is approximately 0.3 degrees. Funny about that.